up, everybody? It's your girl, Sophie Soph, here on Sofia's Football Talk. To talk some women's football, I did say I wanted to be able to advocate more for women's football as I was following heavily much on that when it came to the Women's World Cup. And now the YSL is back, WSL, the women's version of the Premier League. First game for Man United versus Aston Villa. It was away and a very interesting game. Second half at the end, really, the last 20 minutes, that was when everything was happening. A goal by Rachel Daly in the 76th minute. And then, or technically, first, it was a red card for Kirsty Hansen in the 74th minute. And then 2 minutes later, you see Rachel Daly scoring a goal, and then Lucia Garcia for Man United scoring in the 79th minute, and then Rachel Williams in the 92nd minute to score the winner, which was of course lovely. But an interesting game. I'm proud of the ladies. They did their thing, which the men couldn't do. Um, Unfortunately, yesterday. So that definitely made my weekend feel a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little bit like, okay. Either way, we'll talk about that for this match reaction. I'm gonna try my best as possible to follow along with Man United women's team and to cover it as much as I can on the channel. So, like I said, this is the first game that was kicked off, and very important getting that win. I mean, last season, of course, Man United was very close to winning the league the very first time, but obviously Chelsea was able to do that third time in a row. But hey, they were just 2 points behind. So every game counts, is essentially what it all means. But yeah, before we fully dissect the game, let me say hi to the people. Big up to Henry. Hope you're doing well. Big up to Bobby. Big up to Twalumba as well. Hope that y'all are doing well. People, make sure that you give this video here a big thumbs up. And of course, also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are on the road to 3K subscribers. So let's make that happen. It's October 1st. Lord have mercy. A new month. We have what? 2 months or so left, less than 2 months potentially, left of this year, the year 2023. So, let's make it the best out of it. So, trying to grow, trying to grow. But yeah, I think that's about that. And also feel free to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. If you're watching this on the replay, the same applies to you. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, let's talk. So, honestly, let's maybe look at how Man United had lined up first and foremost. As I said, I did do, of course, a video. I think it was Friday where I was talking about like my expectations for the women's team, like hopefully potentially being in another title charge. Um, Also, actually, it would be nice to winning a trophy, whether that be an FA Cup. See how far they can also, actually qualify for the Champions League as well. And we've gotten, obviously a lot of players that has left, the big one being Alicia Russo, to our arch nemesis, Arsenal. But we also gotten some good players that did come in as well. Um, who the ones that did start was, where is she again? Gacy, the Brazilian forward. Okay, she, the only thing was the output, but overall she looks interesting. I like her. I like her. And of course, you had also Gabby George, the cousin of Jesse Lingard. I believe she was playing as a left back in this particular game, starting off with that. Um, hey, she did her thing. And yeah, we also, of course, Mary Earps, the best women's goalkeeper by FIFA. Hey, hey, hey. She was in that once again, of course, as the goalkeeper. You have Millie Turner, you have Letizier as that centre back partnership, you have Blundell as that right back. In that midfield, you have Katie Zeelam and Ladd. And the wingers, you have Leah Galton and Lucia Garcia. Lucia Garcia did score the goal, the first one. And then you, of course, have Ella Toon slash that number 10 role ish. And then, like I said, Gacy up top. A 4-2-3-1 formation, essentially. Um, and yeah, it was, I think I might potentially might agree here with what Tulumba says. Tulumba says we were shaky, not the best performance. Winning away is huge. I agree. Villa were very decent and good defensively. We gotta make early subs. Some players didn't get in the group. That is a good point. I think that is a very good point for sure. Um, I hear it. I hear it. Um, I do feel like even when Villa was like one person down, when Kirsty Hansen got herself sent out, direct red card. Yeah, I mean, come on, you can't have the boot, your booth so high up and then, literally kicking somebody. Sis, come on, let's not. That's a red. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? Either way, though, I did feel like even though they had a lesser person than us, they were 10 versus 11, it still felt like Villa was really on it. I mean, luckily we were able to get that equalizer after Rachel Dolly. Is it Dolly or Dally? Daly. Daly, I believe. I'm so bad at pronunciation, but Daly, that one, she's very good for Villa. Lord have mercy. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, she good. I mean, was she the top scorer? I believe she was the top scorer for the YSL last season. She's really good. I mean, I was watching her for, of course, the Women's World Cup as well for England, the Lionesses. I like her. She good. She good. I ain't gonna front you. She good. Pick up the Ravi. The one says Russo wasn't the big loss. It's Ona. Russo is replaceable and was replaced. I hear you. I think a lot of people. Like I said, I am still like I didn't watch that many and very few, if we're gonna be honest, in terms of the Man United women's team last season. But I want to make an effort to watch more this season. So that's going to be like my goal. Watch more games, be more engaged, be more invested, and use this platform to talk about it. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm pro, I know everybody, everything. No, I don't. But like you said, Tulumba Ona, I've heard a lot of good things about. I mean, she went back to her former club, Barcelona. That's definitely a big miss, a big loss for sure. And like you said with Russo, big up her, but potentially could be replaced and probably is, as you said. Garcia and Gacy look good together. Yep. Toon was the worst on the pitch overall. She was kind of a little bit slow at the end where I was like, sis, what are we doing? Like there's an opportunity. Move the ball quick. Come on. Gabs Lucia Garcia was top class today. Gabby Josh was so slow with the ball. That's the thing is, this is the first game. I mean, obviously they had preseason and all of that, but this is like the first, game here. So obviously we need to they need to play more together. They got to get into the rhythm, the flow, figure each other out, and once they do, they'll probably get there. Guess they made good crosses. Yes, I liked her. I mean, like I said, I saw her, the World Cup for Brazil. She looked good. Gabby George crosses were so bad. She got to work on it. They don't show much women's games on the TV. And the really interesting. I mean, I was actually lucky that the streaming service that I'm using actually is showing the women's game. I was like, oh my god, I hope I can find. I don't want to necessarily have to find a dodgy stream, but that wasn't the case. The service was showing it, which was via Play here in Norway. We were very slow and sluggish in the build up and building from the back. Yeah. I felt like it got better at the end. That's when it got more exciting. The last like 15 minutes. That was when I was like, ooh, okay. It's a little bit faster. Let's move on, Elatoon can be frustrating to watch. I hear it. Elatoon was not at her best. Yeah, a lot of people weren't really that happy with Ella Tunes, which I say, I hope that guy like my t-shirt in sync with Ella Tunes performance. And I hear it. Katie Sealam only good on corners. She really good with the corners. I mean, we did score off of a corner actually, the Lucia Garcia goal. So, the FA don't appreciate women's football. They better. They better get on it because come on now, the Women's World Cup, what this past Women's World Cup hosted by Australia, and New Zealand was a hit. It was a big success. So they better get on it. They better. They should. Columbus says Blundell is left-footed. She is a natural left back. Her crosses and overlaps were missed in that left side. Hope Jade comes back so that Blundell can play left back. Yeah, I hear you. That's something that Mark Skinner has to take into account and be like, you know what? Okay, as you said, Toowoomba, still awake, games aren't always, those going to be difficult. But the most important thing is that they won. They won the opening game away. Not an easy opponent, Aston Villa, but either way, we did win. So we just got to capitalize, utilize, build up on that. There's a lot of new players into this game. I mean, um, other players came in as well. Hinata Miyazawa, the Japanese Women's Golden Boot winner. She came in later. Of course, Nikita Paris, Rachel Williams. Come on. There's uh, there's definitely some interesting players in there for sure. I totally agree, Sophia. It's still seen as men's game, in my opinion. I hear you. They don't. Sophia Sky would rather show dead men's European football, from France or Germany, than show more YSL games in the UK. Yeah, they're missing out. That's dumb. They better get on. They better get on it, because the women's football game, it's growing, and it's growing fast. And like I said, I just love football, and I enjoy the game. Selim is slow and gets tired fast. She's a one-trick pony, set pieces only. I hear you. So sometimes it's okay to maybe like, okay, utilize the attributes that she has for the set pieces. But like, if that's the only team that she has to offer, then that might be a little bit of peak, or we might need to have conversations. You know what I'm saying? But either way, let's not get it twisted. 2-1 came back. Yes, of course, we were 11 versus 10, but I'm happy that we were able to win the game, literally. And I want to see more. I want to see more from some of the others. I mean, we didn't see Irene Guerrero, weren't able to see her. Jim Evans, Evie Rabjon. So I'm horrible with pronouncing it, but yeah, some of these other newcomers, we haven't been able to see them. So I wanna see how will they do. The next game is obviously going to be against Arsenal, actually. I believe that's going to be at home for Man United. But that's gonna be next Friday. So I'm gonna I'm actually trying to like plan this type of content that I'm gonna do next upcoming week. So I'm gonna see if I can be able to do any type of like either a stream or just maybe film like a little match reaction, because I also will be doing some match previews and stuff like that ahead of the big, game in the Premier League with Arsenal versus Man City and all that. So have to, of course, take that into account. But there's some really good, tasty games. I mean, like you said, Arsenal. I think also, aren't Chelsea women also playing somebody? Is it Brighton? Can't believe there's somebody that they were playing, but I can't remember. Let me double check here real quick. Who they playing? Why so? Hmm. Okay, so yeah. Ooh, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal versus Liverpool right now is 0-0. Interesting. And then I could have sworn it was also Chelsea. That could be. Yeah, Chelsea Spurs. That's actually later today. Chelsea Spurs. Thank you, Henry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone says, but I believe we will get better and coordinate well as the season goes. Just hoping for rotation, just the first game. Glad we won, and goal difference will also be important. 100%. I mean, like I said earlier, to those of you who weren't here, I mean, last season, Chelsea literally won on that final day. If they would have maybe lost or anything like that, Man United could have won. Man United was 2 points behind Chelsea. Could have won the league. They're very close. They were in the final, FA Cup final against Chelsea. They played amazingly. They just weren't able to finish their chances, finish their dinner. That was it. That was it. But other than that, they played incredible. So expectation is to build up on that. Players have left, but there's also a lot of new players coming in. So, like you're saying, Tualumba, it's just about figuring it out, step by step. We build off of this game that gives us a big boost into the next game, which is going to be against Arsenal on Friday. And I expect us to keep moving forward. I'm excited of what is to come. And like you said, it's important to utilize the squad. Rotation is important. That's what we also want for the men's team. I think it's important to put the same premise as well for the women's team as well. Rotate, utilize the actual squad. But overall, it's a very good, important win. Like I said in the title, big win, important 3 points, and we move and build up on that. That's what it is. Literally, that is what it's all about. Okay? So yeah, I didn't want this match reaction to be like the longest. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm happy and I cannot wait. It's more football to watch. I mean, obviously the men's team is going to go into international break, not this upcoming week, but I believe the week after. So we'll definitely watch more. Like I said, we will try as much as we can here on this channel to do a lot of match previews, match reaction, all of that content in regards to the women's game as well, especially once we get into, I know, like I said earlier in the match preview on Friday, that um, the Man United women's team will be facing PSG in two different legs in like a Champions League type of qualification. So we'll definitely try to be able to cover that as much as we can as well. So I think it's important. It's real talk. Like I said, I love the Women's World Cup. I love the Euro Cup last year, and I want to cover it more. So that's what it is. Let me read the more of you guys' comments before we wrap up. Liverpool only get maybe two women's game on TV. Really? Yeah, nah, they got to do better. That's not good. And it says Neverton versus Brighton, Bristol City versus Leicester, and Western versus City. I hear you. Someone says tough games for us early on. Still got PSG in playoff. Exactly. Hope Skinner has learned something. Yes, I would love to see um, Man United women's team in the Champions League. So I hope they can do it. I hope they can do it. If they do, 100% we got to cover it. Of course, I haven't been doing the watch alongs for a while, but probably we'll just do like some big games in terms of like a final or all that. But right now, I just kind of prefer just doing the match previews and match reactions and just regular debate shows. Sophia, I can't stand Arsenal women, so overrated. Really? Yeah, I hear you. Jonas says, good one, Sophia. Gotta support the women's game. 100% to alone, but it's important. It's important. I have a platform. I love football and we're going to be supporting it. Rumba says, like to support Sophia in the women's game. Like, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I definitely will, you know, as we are in a new month, sometime this month, I do need to invite some people that definitely knows a lot, way more than me about women's football and the YSL and all that. So I definitely need to invite someone like Minas Football, for instance. That'd be dope. So yeah, but big up people. We're gonna end it at that. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure you like. This goes to everybody, of course, but especially if you're watching this. Oh, no worries, Henry. If you're watching this on the replay, I do want to hear your thoughts as well in the comment section. I'll be back tomorrow, probably with the Champions League type of stream. So yeah, Champions League is back, so we're going to be talking about that. Yes, I know, Ravish. She was doing a madness for Ireland in this World Cup. I know, Katie. I know. I heard what the streets are saying. Woo! But yeah, and so like I said, I'll be back on the channel tomorrow. Nothing else happening today for this channel, but later tonight I'm gonna be on the panel debate show on NAF Never Fouls channel um, about 9 p.m. UK. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Other than that, have a great time. See y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And we're out. Bye bye. Glory, glory, Man United. Forza Inter. Bye.
Are you all right? Yes. No, you are all left.